If you've been gaming on PC for any amount of time, you know exactly how the story starts. A Steam sale goes live and that game you've always wanted is about 70 or 80% off. So you think, I'll play it soon, but then that day never actually happens. And years later, you have this giant list of games, which is now a giant problem, a backlog problem. I'm talking dozens of maybe hundreds of titles sitting there in your library, making you feel overwhelmed and just the excitement isn't there anymore. You open Steam, scroll for a few minutes, and then close it. Not because you don't want to play, but because choosing feels harder than playing. If that sounds familiar, I think this video is for you. What's funny is the backlog isn't even a bad thing. It's a good thing. It represents future fun, value, and choice. But at a certain point, it stops feeling exciting and it feels more like guilt. And then you start treating these games like chores. You never really pick them up, switching title to title and never seeing that final end credit, and not ever finishing any game. When that happens, we have to recognize it and realize we need to make a change. So instead of saying I'll finish those games someday, I'm making the year 2026 where I actually finish games. Not by speedrunning them or forcing myself to play games that I hate, just consistently and intentionally playing the games that I own and just having a good time with it. But I don't want to do it alone. This year I'm building a community around this challenge, and if you'd like to join, I will have a Discord down in the link below where we can share progress, milestones, and just talk about games in a less pressure, less toxic environment. This will be a supportive, inclusive space, so no gatekeeping or negativity, and just be a nice person and treat others how you'd want to be treated. Don't want to use the Discord? No worries at all. You can also participate through YouTube. Just go ahead and comment down in this video the game that you're going to tackle on. And after you finish it, return back here and comment your progress, your milestones, and just overall your opinion of the game. The reason why I would like you guys to participate and give me a little small review or synopsis is because I'm going to highlight those in the next video along with my own game that I'll complete. That way, if there's a game that I haven't experienced or someone else in the community hasn't, they have a little snippet before they maybe purchase or tackle that on their next backlog adventure. So with that being said, let's go over some ground rules. Rule number 1. Every game must have a clear ending or completion point. That means story-focused games are perfect. Multiplayer shooters only count if they have a campaign. Endless live service games are a no-no. We're not even going to tackle that one. This goal is closure. Rule number 2, no pressure. Life happens, work happens. I don't want anybody to ever feel pressured by a goal. This is just simply as, don't see it as a failure if you don't finish a game. Just go ahead and move to the next one, and let's just keep on tackling our backlog. It's just a matter of starting this process, and don't ever feel like you have to give up if you don't make it through one of the months. We'll just keep on moving through. Again, this isn't about perfection, it's about momentum. Rule number 3 is join anytime. If you see this video later down the line in February, March, April, or May, don't feel like you can't hop right in. This is definitely a time to start the momentum, and more than happy to have you in the community. Join the Discord, and feel free to comment down on these videos, letting me know your progress and your milestones. So let's jump right into how we're going to tackle this. Here's how we're going to make this manageable. Instead of staring at your entire backlog, we narrow the focus using alphabetical order. We're tackling games from A to Z, grouped with the month. Here's the breakdown. For example, January will be game titles from A to B, February C to D, and all the way down. The only months that vary differently is October and December. To make the math work, I have STU and then December XYZ. If you don't own a game for a specific letter, let's move forward to the next one. Don't get stuck. Again, the letter doesn't matter, the structure does. So if you don't have a game in a certain letter, just move on. The reason why I structured it this way is because I feel like it takes out the decision fatigue. You pick one for that month, and then you just roll with it. That way you don't have to sit there and keep scrolling through your backlog, kind of like what I was talking about before. So let's go ahead and hop right into my own personal list. This is what I'm committing to 2026. So January, I have Avowed. February is Trova. March is Everspace 2. April is Hollow Knight. May is going to be Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one. June is going to be Lego Lord of the Rings. July is going to be Mafia. August, The Outer Worlds. September, RuneScape's Dragon Wilds. October, Shadow Gambit. November, The Witcher 3. And December is going to be XCOM's 2. So I picked games all relatively in my letter, on my backlog, on my Steam library, and I kind of formatted it that way I don't experience burnout. I picked a couple RPGs, a couple isometric, a couple different survival games, even a little goofy Lego game, just to break up in case I start to experience any burnout, and I suggest you do the same. Some of these are massive games and some are smaller, so again, you know, that's the whole point. If you put easy games on there, really small, then you're not really challenging yourself. I encourage you put at least a couple big titles on there, longer games. That way we can tackle our backlog and get those games finished. All right, let's hop right into the reviews and monthly wrap-ups. So every video that I'm going to do is going to have a short review of the game that I am currently working through, and then everybody's community reviews as well. So I'd love for you guys, again, like I said earlier, to comment down a review, a synopsis of what you thought about the game, leaving out all spoilers, because again, this is just to encourage others to play different games. And if there is a game that I'm looking to pick up, I would also love to, you know, experience it spoiler free. So if your backlog feels overwhelming and your library feels more stressful than exciting, and you really want to start finishing some games, join my 2026 Backlog Gauntlet, and let's go ahead and start right now. If you'd love to comment down, I'd absolutely love to see what games you guys are going to start with in January. Again, feel free to also join the Discord, and let's tackle this backlog together. I can't wait to see what other games you guys have on your backlog, and let's tackle this. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it, and let's have a great 2026.